Hi everyone! So today's video is going to be a hamster taming video, and I have a lot of people asking every day how my hamsters are so tame, and instead of replying to everyone individually I thought I'd just make a video with some tips that I use to tame hamsters. It might not work for every hamster, but I've got 3 at the moment and this is what I've used with all of them. So hopefully they'll work for your hamster. So first of all, when you bring your hamster home, you're going to need to leave them alone in their cage to get used to their new surroundings, because they're going to be really scared at first because there's going to be loads of new smells, new sounds, new people. They've been taken away from maybe their brothers and sisters, or they're going to be really scared to begin with anyway, so you're going to want to leave them alone for the first 3 or 4 days, I would recommend, and only going in their cage to change their food and their water. And you'll also want to check that they've found their food and their water, and if you need to, you can always move it closer to their hidey house because they might be too scared to come and get it. After then, you can start talking to them softly, and it's really important not to make any sudden loud noises or anything like that, because they're still going to be getting used to you and you want them to associate you with good things, not scary noises or anything like that, and it'll make it a lot harder for them to warm to you. So I also find it helpful to rub my hand on their bedding, so I'll just show you in Igor's cage. So I'll go in their cage like this and kind of rub my hand like that on their bedding, and I'll just do that a little bit every day. So then I'm leaving my scent on their bedding and they're kind of starting to get used to me. So when they get more used to you, you can put your hand in their cage and let them sniff you, but I would also recommend washing your hands, because if you smell like food then they might want to try and taste you, and they could bite. So make sure you don't smell like anything that they might want to eat. It's important to wash your hands first. You can also try stroking your hamster, but to be honest I find that they find that really scary, because in the wild they're used to things kind of swooping down. It's kind of in their nature to be scared of things swooping down on them, so I found that it's quite scary. So you can hold their favourite food and stay really still until they take it. They might not do it straight away because they are prey species, so they're going to be really scared and it's in their nature to be scared, but that might work. For example, I just poke a mealworm through the bars, and this works really well with my dwarves. My Syrian doesn't like mealworms, so obviously I'd try something different with her, like a sunflower seed or something like that. But with my dwarves that works really well, but obviously then your hands are going to smell like food, so they could bite. But you could always try that. After you've done that a few times, they're going to start to associate you with food, which is really good because food is good. They're going to like food, so if they associate you with something nice, they're not going to see you as a threat. They're just going to see you as someone with food. Hi! And then what I do after they've started getting used to me is I just put my hand kind of in the playpen with them, or I'll open the door of their cage like this and just put my hand here, and they might climb onto it. And to begin with I won't move, I'll just let them climb and run all over my hand and kind of get used to me. But then after that I might gently carry them to a sofa or a playpen and let them explore. You could also sit in a playpen with them and let them climb over you. I don't know what he's doing. Hey! 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 So this is going to be a really good way for them to just kind of get used to you and explore and not see you as a threat. So that's a really good thing to do with them. And yeah, I wouldn't go too far away from their cage when you first pick them up, because then again they'll be in a new surrounding and there'll be new smells and stuff, so they're going to get quite scared. So their cage is only here and over there, and I only carry them to here, so they're not going to get very scared. Hey! Doesn't like being in his playpen very much. Look, you've got loads of toys to play with. But yeah, if you carry them into a new room, it's going to kind of start all over again with them being scared with the new smells and things like that. So try and stay quite near to their cage. At first, you should keep them out of their cage for a short amount of time because they'll be quite scared. But if you handle them every day, you can slowly increase the time that you keep them out of their cage for, and eventually they can have kind of a 15-20 minute run around. But as you can see, Eagle's already getting bored. But to begin with, you only want to do it for a small amount of time because they'll be quite scared. It could take anywhere from a month to a year to tame your hamster. There's no time limit on it. Some hamsters take a lot longer than others. I find Syrian hamsters are usually the easiest to tame, but I've successfully tamed both of my dwarves. He's getting really bored. Let me put you back. Come on then. Wait, stay there for a minute. Come on then. He's getting really bored, so I'll put him back. So yeah, it could take any time, any length of time to tame your hamster, or it could only take a month. There's no real way of knowing. It depends on their individual personality, but it can be done. Some hamsters are untamable, but it's very rare. Generally, if you keep persevering and you spend enough time with them and you handle them enough, then you can tame them. So I find with Syrians as well, they tend to stay tame for a very long time, but if I don't handle my dwarves for a few days, then they're not as friendly as they were before. So you do really have to keep it up, but I think every hamster is tameable. And I hope these tips have helped you a little bit. This is just kind of my experience with hamster owning. I'm not an expert or anything, but I do have 3 very healthy hammies at the moment, so I hope these help with you. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Eagle! Oh, he's way too busy. I just cleaned out his cage, so he's really excited. Iggy! Come here. Come say hi. Well, he hasn't actually been all that friendly today, but you get the idea. So there we go. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. Hop along to our Facebook page so you can keep up to date as we post competitions where you can win loads of prizes for your pets. See you soon!